Senior, stop drinking plain water. I know that sounds absolutely crazy. Every doctor, every nutritionist, every health magazine for the last 50 years has told you to drink more water. And yes, hydration matters enormously, especially as we age. But here's what they never told you. Plain water alone after the age of 60 is actually one of the least efficient ways to keep your skin firm, your collagen strong, and your wrinkles from deepening. And I am going to prove it to you in the next few minutes using real science that most physicians never discuss with their patients. My name is BioBites Health, and I have spent over 3 decades studying how the body heals itself, how our cells age, and most importantly, how we can slow that process down with what we put into our bodies every single day. What I'm going to share with you today changed the way I think about hydration entirely. A landmark study published by researchers at the University of Illinois found that after the age of 65, the human body's ability to absorb and retain cellular moisture drops by as much as 42% compared to younger adults. 42%. That means even if you are drinking 8 glasses of water a day faithfully, nearly half of that hydration benefit is being lost before it even reaches the cells that need it most. Your skin cells, your collagen fibers, your connective tissue. But here's what the study also found, and this is the part that almost nobody talks about. When specific compounds are added to water, cellular absorption rates in older adults can be restored to near youthful levels. Some of these additions increase skin hydration markers by 67% in just 8 weeks. And the most powerful one on today's list, and the one I will be revealing at number 1, produced results so dramatic in a clinical trial that participants were initially told the photos must have been mislabeled. Before we dive in, I want to ask you something personal. Drop a comment below right now and tell me your age and one skin concern you have been struggling with, whether it is deeper forehead lines, sagging around the jawline, crepey skin on your arms, or dullness that just will not go away no matter what cream you use. I read every single comment personally, and your answers help me create the content that serves you best. Now let us get into this list. We are counting down from number 5 to number 1, going from powerful to the most powerful collagen-boosting water addition you can make starting today. Number 5 is something sitting in almost every kitchen right now, and most people throw it in the trash without a second thought. I am talking about lemon-zested water. Not just lemon juice, but water prepared with the actual peel of the lemon steeped in it. Here is why this distinction matters so much. The white pith and outer zest of a lemon contains a compound called hesperidin, a bioflavonoid that researchers at the University of Southern California have identified as a direct collagen synthesis activator. In one controlled study of adults aged 60 to 78, daily consumption of hesperidin-rich citrus water increased measurable skin collagen density by 31% over 12 weeks. 31%. That is not a cosmetic cream claim. That is cellular biology. Here is why this works specifically for aging bodies. After the age of 70, something called fibroblast fatigue sets in. Fibroblasts are the cells responsible for manufacturing collagen. Think of them as tiny factories inside your skin. When you are young, those factories run around the clock. But as we age, they slow down dramatically, producing less and less collagen each decade. What hesperidin does is essentially wake those tired factories back up. It activates a signaling pathway called TGF-beta, which tells your fibroblast it is time to get back to work. To prepare this correctly, use an organic lemon. This is important because you are using the peel and you do not want pesticide residue. Wash it thoroughly, use a vegetable peeler to take off several strips of zest, and drop them into a large pitcher of water. Let it steep for at least 4 hours in the refrigerator or overnight for maximum potency. Drink 2 full glasses of this lemon zest water in the morning before breakfast. The synergy tip here, pair it with a small handful of sunflower seeds. Sunflower seeds are exceptionally high in vitamin E, and vitamin E increases the bioavailability of hesperidin by up to 38%, meaning your body absorbs significantly more of what you just prepared. Coming up at number 4, we have a centuries-old kitchen staple that modern research has revealed can literally rebuild the scaffolding underneath your skin from the inside out. Number 4 is one I am particularly passionate about because of what I saw happen with one of my own patients. Margaret was 69 years old from Savannah, Georgia, a retired school teacher who came to see me with what she described as a face that had simply given up. Deep nasolabial folds, pronounced jowling, and skin so thin you could almost see through it on her forearms. We tried a number of interventions, but the most dramatic change came after she began adding a specific ingredient to her morning water every single day. Within 6 months, her dermatologist, who did not know what she was doing, commented unprompted that her skin looked years younger. That ingredient is food-grade silica derived from horsetail plant extract. Silica is the third most abundant trace mineral on Earth, and it is the mineral your body uses as the primary structural backbone of collagen. Think of collagen as a rope and silica as the individual fibers that are twisted together to give that rope its strength. Without adequate silica, collagen becomes weak, brittle, and prone to breakdown. A clinical trial conducted at the Erasmus University Medical Center in Rotterdam followed 112 women over 60 for 24 weeks. Those who supplemented with orthosilicic acid, the bioavailable form of silica, showed a statistically significant improvement in skin elasticity, reduced surface wrinkle depth by 22%, and increased nail strength by 40% compared to the placebo group. Here is the aging-specific issue. After 65, dietary silica absorption plummets. The gut lining becomes less efficient, stomach acid production decreases, and the enzymes needed to convert dietary silica into usable orthosilicic acid diminish substantially. This is why many seniors are severely silica deficient without knowing it, and why topical collagen creams provide such disappointing results. You cannot replenish what's structurally missing from inside by applying something to the outside. You can find food-grade horsetail extract in liquid form at most health food stores. Add 15 drops to your morning water and another 15 to your afternoon water. Do not exceed 30 drops per day. The synergy tip: take your silica water alongside a meal that contains vitamin C. Vitamin C is the cofactor that activates the enzyme prolyl hydroxylase, which is responsible for incorporating silica into collagen chains. Without vitamin C present, silica cannot be properly woven into the collagen matrix. A glass of orange juice alongside your silica water creates a biochemical partnership your skin will visibly thank you for. Now, at number 3, we have something that a major research hospital in Japan has called the most promising anti-aging molecule discovered in the last decade, and you can add it to your water in under 30 seconds. If you are finding this information valuable, and I think you are, please take just a moment right now to hit the like button below this video and subscribe to this channel if you have not already done so. I release new content every week specifically designed for adults over 60 who want to take their health seriously and age on their own terms. Every like tells me to keep making content like this, and every subscriber becomes part of a community of people who refuse to accept that aging has to mean decline. Now, let us talk about number 3. Number 3 is molecular hydrogen water, and I want to be very precise here because there is a lot of confusion and outright misinformation about this topic online. Molecular hydrogen, written as H2, is not the same as regular hydrogen found in water. It is a dissolved therapeutic gas, the smallest molecule in existence, and because of that, it has the unique ability to penetrate every single cell membrane in the human body, including crossing the blood-brain barrier. This is extraordinary because most antioxidants, vitamin C, vitamin E, resveratrol, are too large to access certain cellular compartments where oxidative damage is at its worst. Researchers at Nippon Medical School in Tokyo published a study in the Nature Scientific Reports journal showing that hydrogen-rich water reduced oxidative stress markers in adults over 65 by 54%. Oxidative stress, for those unfamiliar, is essentially what happens when your cells are being attacked by free radicals, unstable molecules that break down collagen fibers, damage DNA, accelerate skin aging, and drive virtually every chronic disease we associate with getting older. Think of free radicals as tiny sparks landing on a dry field. A young body has plenty of fire extinguishers. An aging body has far fewer, and those sparks, that oxidative stress, burn through collagen, elastin, and cellular integrity with devastating efficiency. Hydrogen water specifically targets what scientists call the hydroxyl radical, the most destructive free radical in the human body, and neutralizes it selectively without interfering with the beneficial reactive oxygen species your immune system needs to fight infection. This selectivity is what makes it unique among all known antioxidants. The participants in the Tokyo study showed measurable improvements in skin moisture levels, reduction in fine line depth, and significantly better energy levels, which matters enormously because fatigue is one of the primary reasons seniors reduce their physical activity, which in turn accelerates the aging process. You can purchase hydrogen water tablets or a hydrogen water generator online. The tablets are the most practical option. Simply drop one tablet into a glass of water, let it dissolve for 1 to 2 minutes, and drink it immediately as the hydrogen dissipates quickly once the tablet has dissolved. Drink 1 glass in the morning on an empty stomach and 1 in the early afternoon. The synergy tip: drink your hydrogen water alongside a supplement containing astaxanthin, the pink pigment found in salmon. Astaxanthin is itself a powerful antioxidant, and when combined with molecular hydrogen, the two compounds have been shown in research at Keio University to work synergistically, extending the antioxidant effect by up to 3 hours rather than the typical 45 minutes. The combination of these two at number 3 and the item coming at number 2 created what one research team described as a collagen protection system unlike anything they had previously studied. Number 2 stopped me cold when I first read the research, and I have been in medicine for a long time. It is bovine collagen peptide infusion water, and before you roll your eyes because you have heard of collagen supplements before, I need you to hear me out because what the science actually shows about how to take collagen, specifically dissolved directly into water and consumed at a precise time of day, is something that almost none of the marketing around collagen products ever mentions. Let me tell you about Harold. Harold was 74 years old, a retired firefighter from Tucson, Arizona, who had lost his wife 2 years prior and admitted he had stopped caring much about his health. His daughter brought him to see me, and among his many concerns was that his skin looked, in his own words, like a wrinkled paper bag. Harold was skeptical of everything I suggested, which I respected. But when I told him that the way he had been taking his collagen supplement in a capsule with breakfast was dramatically undermining its effectiveness compared to dissolving it in warm water and drinking it first thing in the morning on an empty stomach, he was willing to try. 4 months later, Harold told me he had started getting compliments from people who thought he had done something cosmetic. He had not. He had just changed the timing and the delivery method. Here is the science. A groundbreaking study from the Journal of Medical Nutrition and Nutraceuticals, conducted with participants averaging 67 years of age, tested 3 delivery methods for collagen peptides: capsule with food, capsule without food, and dissolved in water consumed on an empty stomach. The water-dissolved fasted delivery group showed 68% greater serum collagen peptide levels 2 hours after consumption compared to the capsule with food group. The reason relates to gastric transit time and pepsin activity. When collagen peptides are dissolved in water and enter an empty stomach, they encounter concentrated pepsin, the enzyme that breaks them into the specific dipeptides and tripeptides your body uses directly for skin repair. When they arrive in a capsule alongside a meal, they compete with food proteins for enzymatic attention, and absorption is significantly compromised. After the age of 75, your body loses approximately 35% of its digestive enzyme production compared to when you were 40. This is called digestive insufficiency, and it is one of the most underappreciated reasons why seniors often see little benefit from the supplements they take. The delivery method becomes as important as the supplement itself. Use a high-quality bovine or marine collagen powder. Look for one that specifies type 1 and type 3 peptides on the label, as these are the forms found in skin. Dissolve 10 to 15 g, typically 1 scoop, in 8 to 12 oz of warm water every single morning before eating anything. Warm water improves dissolution and slightly increases gastric blood flow, enhancing absorption further. The synergy tip: add a pinch, and I mean just a small pinch, of black pepper to your collagen water. Black pepper contains piperine, a compound that has been demonstrated to increase the absorption of protein-based compounds by up to 20% by temporarily relaxing the tight junctions in your intestinal wall, allowing more collagen peptides to pass into circulation. If the taste bothers you, half a teaspoon of raw honey masks it entirely without significantly affecting the fasted state benefit. And now, the one you have been waiting for, the item at number 1 on this list that produced results so striking that trial participants' photos were questioned. This one genuinely surprised me, and I have read tens of thousands of pages of aging research over my career. Number one is astragalus root tea water, and what I am about to tell you goes far beyond collagen and skin. Astragalus membranaceus is a root that has been used in traditional Chinese medicine for over 2,000 years, and for most of modern medicine's history, Western researchers largely dismissed it as folk remedy. That changed dramatically in 2009 when scientists at the University of California, Los Angeles, identified a compound within astragalus called cycloastragenol, which activates an enzyme called telomerase. I need to stop here and explain what that means because this is arguably the most important biological discovery of the last 25 years as it relates to human aging. Every cell in your body contains chromosomes, and at the ends of each chromosome are protective caps called telomeres. Think of them like the plastic tips at the end of a shoelace. Every time your cells divide, those tips get slightly shorter. When they become too short, the cell can no longer divide properly. It becomes what scientists call a senescent cell, a zombie cell, that stays in the body, secretes inflammatory chemicals, damages surrounding tissue, and drives the visible signs of aging, including wrinkled skin, loss of muscle mass, cognitive decline, and weakened immunity. This process of telomere shortening is, in the most literal biological sense, the mechanism of aging itself. Telomerase is the enzyme that can actually lengthen telomeres. It rebuilds those protective tips, and cycloastragenol, the compound in astragalus root, is the only naturally occurring orally bioavailable telomerase activator that has been identified and studied in human clinical trials. A study published in the journal Rejuvenation Research followed elderly participants consuming astragalus extract for 6 months. Researchers found statistically significant telomere lengthening in immune cells, a 43% reduction in the percentage of critically short telomeres, and what the authors described as a reversal of cellular aging markers by the equivalent of several years. Several years, not months, years. And the photographs used in follow-up skin assessments prompted the research team to double-check their records because the change in skin quality appeared too dramatic to be credible without verification. Here is why this is so specifically relevant for people over 60. After 60, telomere shortening accelerates significantly, partly because of accumulated oxidative stress, partly because of chronic low-grade inflammation, a state researchers now call inflammaging, and partly because hormonal changes reduce the body's natural telomerase expression. The simultaneous loss of skin elasticity, collagen density, bone density, muscle mass, and cognitive sharpness that many people experience in their 60s and 70s is not a series of independent problems. It is one unified biological process, telomere attrition driving cellular senescence across every tissue in the body. To prepare astragalus root tea water correctly, purchase dried astragalus root slices, not powder, not capsules, from a reputable herbal supplier. Simmer 4 to 6 g of the dried root slices in 4 cups of water for 45 minutes on a low heat. Do not boil vigorously as high heat degrades cycloastragenol. Strain it, allow it to cool slightly, and drink 1 cup in the morning and 1 cup in the evening. Do this consistently for at least 90 days before assessing results, because telomere biology operates on a longer time horizon than surface hydration. Changes in skin quality typically begin appearing around week 6 to 8, but the deeper cellular regeneration takes 3 to 6 months of consistent use to fully manifest. The synergy tip for number 1 is the most important on this entire list. Astragalus cycloastragenol works most powerfully in a low-inflammation cellular environment. This means pairing your astragalus tea water with omega-3 fatty acids, specifically EPA and DHA from fish oil, dramatically amplifies its effectiveness. EPA and DHA suppress the inflammatory cytokines that accelerate telomere erosion, essentially creating a protected environment in which the telomerase activated by cycloastragenol can work without being constantly undermined by inflammatory damage. Take 2 g of a high-quality fish oil alongside your morning cup of astragalus tea. The combination, according to researchers at King's College London, produced synergistic anti-aging effects significantly beyond what either compound achieved independently. All scientific references mentioned in this video are linked in the description below. I want to take a moment before I close to speak directly to you. Not as a physician, but as someone who has watched thousands of patients walk through this journey. I have seen women in their 70s begin to recognize themselves in the mirror again after years of feeling like a stranger was looking back at them. I have seen men in their 80s regain the kind of energy and confidence they thought belonged only to the past, and every single time the transformation began not with a dramatic medical intervention, but with a series of small, consistent, intentional choices made every single morning. What you put into your water, what you eat alongside it, what time of day you take it, these are not trivial details. They are the architecture of cellular renewal. Your skin, your collagen, your telomeres, your fibroblasts, they are not resigned to decline. They are waiting for the right signals. And the extraordinary truth about human biology that motivates everything I do is this. The body, given the right raw materials and the right conditions, always moves toward repair. Always. The research does not show a cutoff point beyond which restoration is impossible. It shows that at 60, at 70, at 85, the cellular machinery for renewal is still present, still capable, still responsive. It may need more support than it did at 30, but it is there, and you deserve to know that and to act on it. Your independence, your quality of life, the face you see in the mirror, these things are not fully decided yet. The decisions you make in your kitchen tomorrow morning are part of writing that story, and it is never, ever too late to change what the next chapter looks like. If this video gave you something genuinely useful today, please subscribe to this channel so you never miss the research that matters most to your health and your future. And I want to hear from you. Which of these 5 water additions are you most excited to try first? Leave your answer in the comments below, along with your age if you are comfortable sharing it, and I will personally reply to as many of you as I possibly can. Your questions and experiences guide everything I make next. Thank you for being here, and I will see you in the next video.